Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we're going to be giving you I'm going to be giving you six of my to-go people when it comes to either fitness related topics or personal self-development. And the second part of the video, we'll briefly touch on critical thinking and how we can implement this tool to help us when it comes to all of the information that we can access on the internet. The first name we're going to start with is Coach Eugene Theo, and this guy is pretty much everything that you need as a beginner. So you can access his Instagram page, his YouTube, he's got everything, and he's pretty active as well. If you want to go a step further, then you can pay for his membership when it comes to the website or the app that he's got. There's a lot of content that you can access on there, and you can learn a lot. I've benefited so much from the past 2 years that I've been following this guy. It's just ridiculous. It's amazing. I guarantee you're going to learn a lot by following this. If you're not entirely a beginner, but you really want to kind of learn a bit more and go down the next level, I would probably go to Norton. And once again, he's got his Instagram, he's got his YouTube channel, he's publishing books. There is an app that he recently published as well, which is something like MyFitnessPal. Obviously there's a membership fee, but it kind of coaches you throughout the whole period as well. So it's pretty beneficial, and especially if you're taking everything seriously and you really want to progress, but you cannot really afford to pay for a coach. I think it's a very good alternative to go for, especially his books. The reviews that people are giving are amazing. So the third name is Brad Schoenfeld, and this guy's pretty active on social media. I don't think he's got a YouTube channel. However, if you want to learn more about muscle growth and everything that has to do with it, this is the guy to go for. He's one of the people that has published the most papers in the last 10 years, maybe, in the scientific area. A lot of research he's conducted, meta-analysis, everything that pretty much has to do with muscle growth, he's done it. So if you want to learn a bit more in that area, that's the guy to go for. We are moving on to number 4, and that is obviously my channel. 4 is Eric Helms and Iron Culture podcast. Everything that you need to learn, he's probably covered that topic already in his podcast. There's multiple topics covered, a lot of information over there. Each podcast is about 2 hours or so. Honestly, you're not going to get bored, I promise. Basically a lot to learn from this guy. Go give him a follow. He's pretty active on social media. I'm not aware he's got a YouTube channel, but anyway, as I mentioned already, his podcasts are available on every platform, so go follow the guy and you're gonna be. Number 5 is these guys here, and these guys, honestly, for the Bulgarian audience, if you do not follow these guys, go and follow the shit out of them, because it's mind-blowing. They pretty much brought all of the scientific approach into Bulgaria, and honestly they've helped so much ever since. They've done seminars, they're publishing videos once or twice per week for 4 years so far, which I've been following them. It's amazing, and honestly I really hope in the future they will be opening an English related channel instead of just Bulgarian, so they can reach more audience, so they can prove how good they are, which they've already done anyway, but I'm just talking on the international stage. So once again, if you're Bulgarian and you're not following these guys, big mistake. The last name that I'm going to mention is about self-development, and honestly the last guys that I mentioned recommended me this guy, and honestly ever since I started following him, I've learned so much when it comes to self-development, when it comes to everything that you want to learn. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to learn how to speak as well, which I obviously need to do. Anyway, go follow this guy. His name is Attain, and honestly, you're gonna learn a lot. The one thing that I will be infinitely grateful for when it comes to me graduating in uni was that I was provided with the opportunity to be able to learn how to implement critical thinking. And I think that every one of us should be able to do so. And it's very important, especially nowadays, because we shouldn't really be believing everything that is out there. There's a lot of information, most of it is not really completely true. There's a lot of people that claim that they could potentially help us. It doesn't even have to be fitness related, but everything in life in general. And for instance, you go on Instagram, you find this guy or girl, whatever it is, that seems to be pretty influential, a lot of followers, a lot of people buying their products, whatever it is, and they tell you, you know what, this is the best diet ever, this is the best workout ever, and I'm gonna give you all of these for X amount of money. If someone claims that a particular thing is the best thing ever without having anything to ask you before that, I don't think this is the best thing ever for you particularly. It might have been the best thing ever for them. However, this necessarily doesn't mean that it's going to be the best thing for you. There's also another flaw when it comes to people quoting scientific research or articles. And basically, they access the article, they read the abstract, they go straight away to the conclusion section. There it is, there's the result, so this must be true. However, I do promise you that every article out there has at least one flaw which has potentially affected the result section, hence the conclusion section as well. Should we be reading the whole article? Absolutely. If not even the whole, then at least the method section should be covered, and then we should be making up our mind depending on what the method section says. Because, for example, there is this study that gives you, 3 times frequency per week is the best. However, they've only done 10 people within the study. 10 subjects within one study are not significant enough in order to make any conclusions whatsoever, especially when it comes to the general population, because there's such a variety of people, and basically 10 people is nothing. So the more you have in terms of subjects within one study, the more this study is reliable as a source of information. So this is just a pure example of what you should be looking for when it comes to you reading the method section. And basically everything, is it done on males, is it done on females, is it done on long term, is it done on short term? There's so many variables that one study can be affected by. So basically, read the method section, be more critical, don't believe everything that you see on the internet. And I promise you, it's not just fitness related, but in general in life, you're gonna benefit so much from this. Basically, everything that I mentioned so far, you don't even have to believe this if you do have the critical thinking, and it will actually be a good thing. Anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.